All right, welcome back. Now, it won't be too long on this video. I just wanted to deal with this article that surfaced recently, surfaced a few hours ago, not even 24 hours ago. Several media outlets did a report on this story. And it's a good example, a real good example of how breed bans are a scam and how breed bans are designed to not work. Breed specific legislation, whenever it's in play in any area, it's always failed because it never bans all bully breeds. Never. None of them. That's why I don't listen to these jurisdictions that claim that they have a ban on pit bulls. They're running all of them. They're running a scam. So the recent example of how this scam works is seen in this story where a 5-week-old was killed by a staffy. Okay, quote, staffy. After the dog snatched the youngster from his mother's arms. Now this sounds like this is a 5-week-old that they're referring to as a boy. You see that? Boy killed by American Staffordshire Terrier. Now y'all saw the thumbnail. Would any of you be led to believe that one of these dogs is safe and the other is dangerous? How many of you are that dumb? Raise your hand. How many of you are that dumb where you would say that one of these, I'm talking about one of these dogs you're looking at right now on this photo, let's blow it up. Only a imbecile, a brain dead imbecile, a primitive idiot would assume that one of these worthless mutts was safe and the other was dangerous, simply because one is called a pit bull and the other is called American Staffordshire Terrier. Go ahead and show us how low your IQ is. And tell me that you think one of them is safe and the other is dangerous. Do you know how dumb you have to be to believe that? But that's how the bully breed scam works. So this is how the Daily Mail put this story forward. This is how they decided to give it to the public. They decided to say that a 5-week-old was killed by a staffy after the dog snatched boy from his mother's arm. Now, when you read the details to this story, it's pretty creepy. A mother who woke to find her 5-week-old son had been snatched from her arms and killed by the family's American Staffordshire Terrier, cried out to her husband, "The dog's got the baby! Ah! Oh no! Something I never thought was possible. Come quick, honey." The scene was recounted on Monday in court. Okay, coroner Investigating the circumstances. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. First death being considered resulted from an attack on a 5-week-old. Really? A 5-week-old boy, huh? 5 weeks? That's an infant. It's a newborn. There's a big difference between a boy and a newborn. And I know you can call male infant boys, but you all clearly understand my point. Court orders prevent the publication of the victim's name or any information might identify the victim's parents. Now, the father of the victim, the 5-week-old infant, the father of the infant, bought this dog for $500. Okay? $500. And when he bought it, he was told that it was an American Staffordshire Terrier. It was advertised as an American Staffordshire Terrier. It had been microchipped and registered as an American Staffordshire Terrier. But the court heard suggestions that it was at least part American Pit Bull. Get a load of that. So if it's at least part American Pit Bull, that would make it dangerous, and that would put it on the restriction list. Oh yeah, one of these mutts is part Pit Bull. Which one? Can you tell me which one? And also tell me which one of you idiots would view either one of them as safe. Y'all telling me this is not low IQ? This is not the result of low IQ? How come nobody's calling this out? It's ridiculous. Microchipped as an American Staffordshire Terrier. And then somebody said, oh no, that has some pit bull in it, I can tell. Oh, you don't say. You think? These are the same dogs. They got the same attack style. Same damage is inflicted. No matter which one of them attack you, they're the exact same dogs. These are both bully breeds. So, in order to loophole laws, they have said that one is a pit bull and only it is dangerous. But one of these types is safe. Can you guess which one is safe? And you know how dumb you'd look after I tell you which one is an American Staffordshire Terrier and you walk up wanting to give it a hug and a kiss? Oh, so it's harmless. Oh, which one of you idiots want to do that? See, dog culture is all about being dumb and low IQ and primitive, having the brain of a Neanderthal. That's what nuttery is about. Advertised as an American Staffordshire Terrier. Okay. June 2021, 5 weeks before the infant was killed, the dog had killed a Cocker Spaniel. Again, 5 weeks before the dog killed the 5-week-old, the dog had killed a Cocker Spaniel, another dog. Now, they said that they believed that the dog was not good with other dogs. And that's a real important point for us to tackle right now. Okay? Now, the pit bull that they're talking about is they call it the American Pit Bull Terrier, which is what they say is dangerous, but all the other bully breeds are safe and harmless. They say that dog pulled the Cocker Spaniel through a hole in the fence and killed it in the backyard. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but a lot of dog lovers, they view certain dogs as being only dog aggressive, meaning they show a lot of aggression towards other dogs. These dog lovers usually refer to those dogs as people friendly. They suggest that some dogs are only aggressive towards dogs and that they are safe to be around people. Again, you have to be a low IQ imbecile to believe that. If the thing is willing to launch unprovoked attacks on other dogs, what makes you think it won't attack a human being? Especially somebody's youngster who is not the one that gives it food all the time. Yeah, it might not attack the person that feeds it all the time, but yes, it will attack people. What are you talking about? But they thought otherwise. They think otherwise all the time. And that's what they thought about this dog. They actually brought it up in court. It's right here. The council ranger told the court the mother's mother, the grandmother, had described the dog as a people dog. You see that? I just read this sentence right here. They described the dog as a people dog. And she says, I took that to mean that it wasn't very good with other dogs. Based on suspicions, the Staffy was at least part pit bull. And they're saying that that is why the dog launched the attack, because it was part pit bull. I'm not making this up. I'm not taking anything out of context. In this article right here, which is another media outlet that covered this story, proves it. The Guardian covered this story. Look at their headline. Fatal attack on baby by family dog shows the danger of relying on breeders for details. It was the breeder who told them that it was a Staffordshire Terrier because pit bulls are banned. So the breeder told them it's a Staffordshire Terrier. Those are illegal. And that's the reason for this particular headline. You relied on the breeder, and the breeder told you it was an American Staffordshire Terrier. And it happened to really be an American Pit Bull Terrier. And you're really dumb enough to believe that Staffordshire Terriers are safe. You got to shake your head at stupidity like that. You can't make excuses for that level of brainlessness. On there, they're vehement with it. Look at the first sentence. A family dog that killed a baby has demonstrated the danger of dog owners and veterinarians relying on breeders to provide accurate details of dogs. So they are saying that if it had been a Staffordshire Terrier, it wouldn't have attacked the newborn. That's how the bully breed con works. Bully breed ban con. And it's never a bully breed ban. It's always a ban against one specific type of bully breed. I don't see how people, the general public, is not offended by stuff like this. Like, this is disrespectful. They are assuming that we are that dumb that you can tell us that one of these dogs are safe and you expect us to actually believe it? Don't fall for this. Do not let these nutters. I was just listening to a so-called expert the other day who was trying to prove that breed-specific bans don't work. And she referred to Ontario having banned, yet again, the American Pit Bull Terrier, but allowed people to own a whole bunch of other bully breeds. This is how all of the pit bull bans work. All of them. That's why no matter where you find a pit bull ban, you will find people being mauled by bully breeds. Y'all might have most of the world duped with this bully breed kind. Not us. Not the committed critics of dog culture. Is there anybody out there want to step up? Any dog lover? Where you at? Is there any dog expert out there? Where you at? Who want to come argue that one of these dogs is safe and the other's not? I dare you to even argue that one is more dangerous than the other. I dare you. Is there anybody who believes that one of these dogs is not as dangerous as the other? Or anybody that dumb? Raise your hand. Nobody? Anybody that dumb? The dog lovers, they're raising, some of them raising their hands, most definitely. Some of them actually believe this nonsense. That if it's a mastiff, it's safe? No, nobody believes that. Nobody. And I'm saying nobody, I'm even talking about these people who up here saying it. And look at how it reads, man. This is crazy. The ranger believed that it was a cross or something, right? Advertised as a American Staffordshire Terrier, up for sale June 2015 for $500. Registered and microchipped as an American Staffordshire Terrier, but it was suggested in court that it was at least part American Pit Bull. In June 25 weeks before the infant was killed, the dog killed another dog. There were no witnesses. They just found a dead mutt. The ranger also believed the Staffy might have been a pit bull or pit bull cross based on its yellow eyes. The parents, who were considered wonderful tenants by their landlord, were not at home at the time, as the mother had given birth to their first child just days earlier. The tan dog, which slept in the family's master bedroom, had no previous record of having attacked animals or humans. Had no previous record of having attacked other animals or humans. The council ranger told the court the mother's mother had described the dog as a people dog. She took that as meaning it was good with people, but not good with other dogs. Based on the belief that it was part pit bull, its owner was issued with a notice to declare it as a restricted dog. And that declaration would mean the dog have to be kept in a special enclosure, have a muzzle, be on leash, right? Owner was given 28 days to prove the dog was not an illegal breed and was granted a 2-week extension after the birth of the boy. 5 weeks after the dog was killed, the father and the mother were watching football and listening to music in their home. The father fell asleep on the lounge, and the mother dozed off in the rocking chair with the infant in her arms. The father told police that he woke up first. He woke up. Father told police that he woke up and found his partner in tears and crying. And she said, "The dog's got the baby." She woken up and realized the baby's not there. She walked in, found the baby on the floor in the bedroom. Mother told the father, "Call the ambulance." Paramedics arrived, but they could not resuscitate the infant. They're still committed to calling this infant a newborn boy. Police saw the dog in the backyard with blood on its snout. These are child predators. I shared information on the most recent live stream that where back in the 90s, the most attacked demographic was 2 and under, younger than 2 years old, 18 months and under. They were attacked more often than any other demographic throughout the 90s. These things were attacking babies most of the time because they view them no different from any other prey out in the world. And y'all want to tell me I'm immoral for having a name like this? I hate dogs. Ew, you're such a bad person. No, you're a bad person for not hating them. You're a bad person for not hating them. You know, rub that in. The paramedics arrived, could not resuscitate the baby. Wow. Even in death, once they announced he was dead, referred to as a boy. Couldn't resuscitate that boy. I couldn't save your boy. Wow, the disrespect. Blood on its snout. When asked if the family had ever had any issues with the dog, the mother told police she had been on alert since bringing her newborn son from the hospital. She said, I don't trust the dog around him. Okay, so she had that feeling that a lot of women get either while they're pregnant or shortly after they have the baby, when they start to dislike dogs. You can look that up. I did some videos on it. The dog was euthanized, and the boy's cause of death found to be from chest trauma consistent with a dog attack. Let me rephrase that. The dog was euthanized, and the infant cause of death came from the dog stabbing the infant repeatedly in the chest. But they always try to soften the blow, don't they, for their God. For their God, the dog. They're always in defense mode of these worthless mutants. That's where your sickness lies. Death certificate for the dog listed it as a pit bull, but that was amended the following day to American Staffordshire Terrier after information was received from local council. The ranger told the court she had not considered seizing the dog after it killed the Cocker Spaniel. Had not. Why not? Oh, because it wasn't another dog. See, how do animal lovers not have a problem with even dogs being killed, as long as they're killed by another dog? People crazy. Said I wasn't dealing with irresponsible dog owners. The ranger said she had seen a little difference between American Staffordshire Terriers and pit bulls in their propensity to attack. Finally, somebody points this out. It's not just propensity to attack. There's no difference between the strength, the tenacity. The damage is the same because these are the same dogs. Just because one mutated to have a flatter head or whatever, that don't mean nothing. It's the same mutated inbred bully breed. This is the con that they run on the general public. And somebody actually, pointed this out. But you can go a lot further than this. Because all bully breeds have the same propensity to attack. This is ridiculous. The new NSW legislation did not define how to distinguish a pit bull from similar dogs. Whereas Victoria had gazetted the physical features of pit bulls. He said questions would rise about the identifying whether a dog belonged to a restraint. These people are lunatics. This is absolute madness. And this is why their stupid bans never work. It's because they're designed to not work. They're not designed to work. They're designed to fail. Because dog lovers make the laws. They're the ones who make the breeds. They construct the breed bans. It's dog lovers who do that, not opponents. And they are sure to ban certain breeds of bully breeds so that the public can still own the same killers. That's what it's all about. So don't fall for this nonsense that they're pushing out here. And this is a recent story. Like I said, this surfaced a few hours ago. The attack took place in 2021, but they're just now trying to say, oh, I was tricked. I was tricked to believe that it was a Staffordshire Terrier, and it was really an American Pit Bull Terrier, and that's why it was mean. No, y'all toddler mentalities. Always got to remember, you got to deal with these people the same way you deal with kids, because their arguments are childish. Their whole mind, their frame of thought is childish and extremely unrealistic. Time to assert our dominance. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this brief pre-work live stream, which is kind of rare. And I hope you're able to join me on the next live stream. Shout out to AP in the super chat as we continue with this crusade.